So,
So,
you look different from your photographs.
are you disappointed?
Ambivalent. Merely recalibrating expectations. There.
I guess you do this a lot.
Actually, it is my first time.
Bot Seeks Bot is the 7th episode of Season 5. It first aired on July 14th, 2013, and was written by Jackson Public. In it, the OSI sends Ghost Robot undercover on a date with Vendetta to get information about the Council of 13. Just a couple episodes ago, I talked about how Guildslist is the Venture Brothers equivalent of Craigslist, which is a place to post personal ads and sell stuff online that's not nearly as popular as it used to be, and here it is again being used by Vendetta to meet new people. Steppenwolf's Doom Buggy is very similar to the family car from The Monsters. The accompanying music in the scene is very similar to the whimsical music featured in The Monsters as well. Meanwhile, Red Mantle and Dragoon discuss Wacky Races, an animated series in which Hanna-Barbera characters participated in weekly races. Councilman 7, aka Don Hell, and the nightclub he owns are references to Don Hill and his nightclub located in New York City before it closed for business in 2011. Billy refers to Pete, who's working on mixing the Jacket single, as Steve Albino, a portmanteau of albino and Steve Albini. Steve Albini is a well-known and well-regarded audio engineer and record producer. Off the bat, I'm just going to say that I'm not going to talk about the significance of Vendetta until Season 7, because as of the time this episode first aired, he's largely insignificant. The episode opens at the funeral for Boggles the Clue Clown, who just so happens to be the member of the guild outed by Monstroso back in OSI Love You.
Recognize any of the voices?
Only one. Councilman 4. His shrill chuckle and ludicrous habit of punctuating his statements with a bicycle horn gave him away as the Clue Clown.
In the same scene, it's revealed that Captain Sunshine and Boggles were arch nemeses, and that Captain Sunshine has found himself yet another new Wonder Boy who's still a bit rough around the edges.
Who the hell are we gonna fight now?
Language, chum.
Amongst the gravestones is a tombstone for Crimodile, a character we've never seen but we've known has been canonically dead since Season 2's Powerless in the Face of Death.
Flames filled the crock pit. We all know the score. Crimodile hits the eject, saving me. He was like that. His henchmen always came first. Anyway, Captain Sunshine capped on his tail, catch on, and ship goes down. Captain Sunshine takes out one more evil deal. Yeah, big deal. I'm out of a job, right? Just like that. Sorry, Charlie.
And yet there's more at the funeral. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we see Red Mantle actually using his powers. This episode reveals the identities of the Council of 13. Jackson and Doc never necessarily meant to reveal them, which they talk about a bit in the commentary.
Right, because their silhouettes
could be anything. Yeah, they're made up of old peoples.
Exactly, like we just took models from other shows. You know, like
Half Jackal is full Jackal.
Yes. Yeah, Steppenwolf it was half Jackal, and we just doubled him so he looked totally Jackal.
Yeah.
Vendetta is Sandow with a helmet put on him.
And a weird little thing coming out of the helmet.
Yeah. The Nerve is an OSI pilot.
You know, enough, Shorely.
We never learned that we're going to be using these guys for the rest of our fucking lives.
I know.
So we do like shitty, cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just throw this in, and then years later we're trying to flesh them out. I guess that's more fun. I'm glad we don't learn.
This episode sees the return of Ghost Robot, who is presumed dead after 21 put a trident through his head in Any Which Way But Zeus. Fortunately for us, it's harder to kill a Ghost Robot than that.
On 3, you take Zeus, and I will get the other guy. 1, 2, 3.
The costumes that Brock and Shoreleave wear come from previous episodes. Brock's Yeti Mummy costume was in the Buddy system and meant to be featured as a part of the live entertainment. Dr. Z even references that it looks familiar.
That's Yeti Mummy is oddly familiar.
Meanwhile, Shoreleave's costume belonged to the previously unnamed Sri Lankan devil bird who Brock killed in The Doctor Is Sin.
Face me, if you dare!
I'll take care of this.
Hey.
Also, the helmet that Shoreleave briefly wears was originally worn by the Womanaconda from Assassin 911. On the night that the episode takes place, Billy says that Pete is busy mixing the Jacket single, which is of course Shallow Gravy's most well-known song. The end of the episode gives a small hint at what's to come, with Dr. and Mrs. the Monarch being offered a seat on the guild, and the reveal that the Revenge Society, with new full-time member Fat Chance and under the advisement of Dr. Killinger, are monitoring the guild's activities. I've stated in a previous video that there are really only 2 episodes from Season 5 that I really like, and that's OSI Love You and Bot Seeks Bot. I guess I just really dig on OSI stuff. Except for, the Venture Brothers, this episode has it all. Exciting action, comedy, and tons of cool moments that either reinforce the world that the show is set in, or will be monumentally huge callbacks later on in the series. When I watched Season 5 of the Venture Brothers for the first time, I was a little unsure if my favorite show had lost its way or not. But then this episode came along, and let me know that this show is still as good as ever. I'm sorry I ever doubted it, because I still do, and always will love, the Venture Brothers. As always, thank you for watching, and go Team Venture. Tune in next week for The Devil's Grip. If you dug this video, share it with a friend, and if there was some huge glaring thing that I missed in this video, follow me on Instagram at Ventureverse Guide to see these videos a week early and offer your input before I upload the final product.